just finish this real quick.
How about that, Sarah?
That was something.
Yeah, maybe.
Very nice.
I think we've been watching too much Stranger Things or something like that.
Yeah,
But,
I was gonna say your new headshot looks younger and mine looks older, so I don't know how you did that.
because it's from like years ago.
Oh,
I haven't taken a new one yet.
oh man, you could use my old one.
Yeah, we can do that. We can put whatever we want. We can AI stuff,
Great.
technology. But this is really fun. So Sarah is the first guest, or not guest. We're going to co-host this, and this is we're calling this the After Liv. So this is kind of an idea that we always have calls, the two of us on Friday, and sometimes we kind of talk about the LivLive episode of the week. So it's like, why don't we just do like a quick broadcast where we just kind of recap and chat about it, and it'll be 10 minutes or less. So I got the timer going.
All right.
So I'm going to make sure
like a lightning round.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, this week was crazy. We had Adam Reed Tucker on the show.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
Yeah, and he and thank you for watching. So I guess the downside is that now you have to watch every show.
Now I'm
Or maybe you
in.
don't. Yeah.
Maybe I can
you
fake
don't have
it.
to. But yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you pretty much know it's all pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. And you and your husband Chris are fellow brick enthusiasts, Lego enthusiasts. So you're familiar with some of his work.
Yeah.
What did you take away from the episode? What'd you learn?
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot to talk about, which is great for this forum of conversation. But gosh, I really didn't. Well, number one, I didn't realize he was from the Chicagoland area to begin with. I always knew that the first Lego architecture sets were Willis Tower, Sears Tower. Was it Sears Tower then? And the Hancock. And I remember that first Hancock model. And I remember it was so jagged and not great. And then they redid it or figured out a different way to design it, I think, for probably the Chicago Skyline model, I think. And I don't know if Adam Reed Tucker was a part of that, but I remember like thinking how great the Sears Tower was. And I'm just like, man, the angles of the Hancock just don't.
It's like it needs to get to a certain scale to be able to use the proportion.
To be able to, yeah. But now a lot of the Lego models, like just from my experience with like my son is really into the Star Wars Legos, like the way they make their curves and the angles, you just do a lot of hinges and even some of the skylines too. So I feel like that could have been something that they utilized. But what was fascinating when Adam was talking is like part of his limitations with developing falling water, things like that, was like the palette and the standard Legos that they were making at the time. But now there's just so many, they can kind of make new molds for whatever they want now. But I didn't even think of that as a limitation at the time because I'm just so used to them having unique pieces in every single build now. So that was cool. And I was just like, gosh, how do you even start? Like, you just have to know the inventory like the back of your hand so well to be able to know what you've got to work with. It's cool.
Yeah, and the constraints are such a big part of it, which I don't know. I've probably thought about this since I talked to him on Wednesday, probably way too much, because I just thought it was a really rich episode with so many nuggets outside of his Lego. Because he's fundamentally he's an artist,
right?
And we think of him as like someone building with Lego bricks. That's literally just his medium to create these things. And
right.
His understanding of the constraints of the limitations make it like more of a challenge and make it more interesting. And yeah, they keep introducing more and more and more new pieces. I think it's up to like 15,000 now, or maybe even more than that. And so it's similar to how, and when we talk about our work and whenever we do new construction.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I like interior remodels, or I find them easier, I guess I should say, because you have the constraints like built in for you, and then you have to work within that box. But once even additions get a little more tricky for me, just because it's like, you've got setbacks and stuff. But like new construction is like, you've got the lot size, but it can be whatever
It's a
form
blank
fits in that
canvas.
box. Yeah, it's too open ended. But I guess you could argue that like that's what building codes do. They do set up the restraints also. That was kind of not to plug my own stuff because I'm not super happy with it anymore. But my thesis in grad school was about kind of punk culture, and it was called the form of nonconformity, because if you could, like, it was about like picking and choosing, if there weren't building codes, what could architecture be in certain circumstances. But and throughout that process, it was kind of like, all right, well, you can't climb in through a window, you still have to have a door, like, but I think it's interesting to think of like the building codes as your constraints also, whereas Adam was just like, yeah, I don't want to listen to the client, I don't want to deal with building codes, I just want to build what I want to build. So
Yeah, I love that whole part when he talks about being jealous of the artist, that you can just put something up on the wall and people can say, okay, I like that, or they can just, nod and just
yeah,
leave. But it doesn't. He doesn't have to create something specifically for somebody.
yeah,
I thought was really cool. Another theme and word he used a whole bunch of times that I loved was storytelling.
yeah,
Like the story, there's like so many like cool aspects of if you kind of dig into what he's producing and what he's doing. Like the storytelling aspects, I thought was really cool. I think I think there's a lot of layers to speak to what the world takes from what he's done. And then I mean, the legendary question was, well, he asked the question for me to him, which is what's his favorite project, right?
right.
Remember what he said?
It's what's yet to come.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
it's the one I haven't built yet.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about that in our own work too. I think
Mhm.
it's really a true thing, when you're a creative, and the tree house is built with my kids. Once
Yeah.
it's done, it's kind of not fun anymore. It's just a tree house.
Well,
I want
because
to
you've
build a
been
new
thinking
one.
about it for so long. You've been, turning it over in your brain for so long, and then it's finished. And it's like, okay, well, we can't play with it anymore. Like you can't think about it anymore. It's static. It's finished. And that's kind of what he was talking about with like die-cast models, right? Like it's just sits there and it's done, and that's it. But the building process is the meat of it. And then with him, with the atom, developing the atom brick, and oh my gosh, I haven't dived into that, but I had no idea that they were such intricate models in terms of like the instructions and the number of pages and the steps and all of that. But I am intrigued.
I think it's going to be. I think one of the Atom Brick sets is going to be on your coffee table before we know it. I just feel like it
Probably,
for months.
probably.
Well,
That'll be tricky though, because Chris is such a diehard like brand name Lego, to the point where we started getting knockoff sets somehow, and Chris wanted to like segregate the bins. Like these are brand name Legos, and these are the knockoffs, and they're not equal. So we'll see. Not that Adam Brick is a knockoff. I know it's totally different scale and stuff, but we'll see.
yeah, and I think some other takeaways that I had, just generally speaking, was his talking about the entrepreneurialism. Like, there's a lot of business talk in there. There was
Oh, for
creativity, there was the
sure.
business, there was the blending of business, and and his journey over what 25 years now
Yeah, that's
in the
crazy
world
to
of
think.
of being a brick artist is he's seen a lot of different facets from um, working for Lego as a Lego certified designer, building a
Certified professional.
certified, yes,
L-
building a museum,
LCP. Yeah. Yeah.
and then founding his own company amongst
Hmm.
doing all these exhibits and everything else. I don't know. I'm kind of blown away, and it's just another study. And I don't know. Maybe the theme of LivLive is just seemingly ordinary people doing incredibly exceptional things.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, that was the other one. And then I want to hear from you because we have 30 seconds left. But I loved it when he said, I said, you make it sound so simple.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, it's as simple as you want to make it, or it's as complicated as you want to make it.
Oh, yeah. Because it's
It's
your
like,
own. It's like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
I thought it was really cool. It was really, really insightful.
Yeah.
Um, All right, 15 seconds, Sarah. I talk most of the time. What else you got?
Oh my gosh, I thought I was talking too much of the time. No, I was really fascinated just coming up in the same kind of world of architecture, his Kansas State curriculum and how they really catered to them becoming like trying to find their vision and becoming more of artists than they were like actual like building systems and things like that. I mean, obviously he said he had structures class, but I really, really related to that, especially with my education at Virginia Tech, Washington, Alexandria campus, because that was all just architecture students. There were no gen eds. It was for all the upperclassmen, but you still had opportunities to fill your time with photography classes and printmaking. And their big focus was, we just want you to make beautiful drawings. That was it. And it was like, yeah, I could totally relate to that.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a creative utopia in a lot of ways.
Totally.
I love it. All right, well, thanks everybody for joining. So next week we're actually, because we have our quarterly LT planning all day on Wednesday, so I'm gonna have LivLive at a special time on Monday morning. Really excited to have Christopher Lawton and Micah Stanley from Lawton Stanley on, a small boutique firm who's designed projects such as Ever, where you've eaten there.
I've eaten there.
How's the space? I've never even been in it.
Oh, the space is awesome.
It's pretty good.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's all I could say.
And if you've watched The Bear, it's in The Bear a lot. So,
Yep.
And I also did Grace for them, for Curtis Duffy, and then also did After.
Well, they did do After.
Bar.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh wow.
I believe so. I don't know. We'll find out on Monday. So special day and time. Thanks everybody for watching. Sarah, I'll see you at our regular meeting in about 1 minute.
All right. See ya.
Thanks. See ya.
Thanks.